Sometimes you're not.
I was in my gun club. We were out there yesterday and we had 4.5 inches.
Really? I would think there'd be more than that.
That one there is usually the last one to freeze those springs.
Yeah.
So they're on Morgan Lake the other day last
Yeah,
week.
for sure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. See the guy that was there.
I would think I could foot twice.
They got 5-6 inches on there.
Yeah.
7 inches or more.
So
You said Morgan?
Morgan,
Yeah.
yeah. There's a guy there with his ice shanty the other day. Like, look at this guy out there in his little shanty.
I'm ready to begin.
Sounds good.
I'm not Absolutely. Absolutely.
Fresh mints, I'll see stuff on the grill.
Oh, I'm gonna get to this.
Frozen lake.
Okay, we're gonna call the Poughkeepsie Joint Water Board January 5th meeting to order. Is the first point of business to elect the new officers or the reorg meeting, or do we go right through our agenda?
Better wait till we're get here.
Yeah, I'd probably do public participation, approval of minutes. I mean, in theory, probably could do plant status report, operating budget, and then before all the new business, just because things could pop up there.
Okay,
So maybe I would squeeze it in there, would make sense.
okay. Public participation? Yes.
Thank you. Just a reminder that as we start 2025, about the open meetings law and that all documents should be posted at least 24 hours in advance to the startup of the meeting. And records, if they haven't been posted, they should be made available to the public upon request prior to or at the meeting. So again, Shadi does a great job of posting things, but she can't post if she's not getting the document. So just a reminder to everyone else about that. Thank you.
Okay, approval of December 1st, 2025 minutes.
Make a motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
I will abstain since I was not here, so I do not know what was said. So that's 3-1-0.
To be.
Yeah.
Do I have to?
So we would need
I'll approve. I wasn't here, but
did you watch the,
I didn't. Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. I did.
let's punt until Rebecca gets here. I'll say if you watched it and feel comfortable.
Sure. Yeah, I forgot. It was so good that I watched it twice, as a matter of
It's
fact.
good like Saturday night viewing.
Yeah. Plan status report.
Okay. So December was a pretty good month again. Salt front has stayed away, still looking good. No major instrumentation issues. So overall, our plant operated normally. As far as production, we're right on target to where we were in past December months. So our total plant production was 359.6 million gallons per day for the entire month, which is a little bit higher than November, but we are right around where we usually are. One of the other items that happened last month was that we attended, myself, Al Losi, our senior operator, as well as Tom Hogan, attended the Dutchess County Health Department's the meeting that they had with the water and drought emergency coalition. And what was discussed was all the events that happened over the summer, our salt front issues, the harmful algal bloom, and the concerns about what that can do for emergency situations. The toxic algal blooms especially is of a concern because thank God it did not happen. But if there was to be toxin detected in the plant effluent, it would be a do not drink water notice. So that is a concern that we need to be evaluating for the future and what our plans are going to be, how we can provide water to our consumers if they cannot drink our water.
Sorry to
Yeah.
interrupt, but that's not even a go ahead and
That's not
boil it.
boil, no,
You can't even
no,
boil.
you cannot boil it out, toxic. So we, patting ourselves on the back a little bit, but we did do a really good job this summer, and thanks to, Erin as well, to make sure that this wasn't a big concern, but moving forward in the future, we need to make sure that we're planning and being proactive. So one of the things that the county would like to do is to create a bit of a coalition amongst operators in the area, so that we can begin planning, running through maybe some emergency action plans, scenarios. So it'll be something that will begin meeting maybe on a quarterly basis this coming year.
Yeah, I see here the communication. That's one of the biggest issues. You guys have to try to handle the water, but we also have to be able to tell everybody quickly.
Yeah, it was a very good meeting, very.
Good.
One of the things that they did stress too is to make sure, like, it was great to have the operators there, the owners of the systems, the administrators of the municipalities were also invited, but not many present. So they just like to make sure that the owners and the administrators of the systems are aware of what needs to happen to repair it. That's my email. So other than that, that's the major news as far as the plan status.
Okay, operating budget?
So operating budget, we are still dealing with invoices from the remainder of the year, so it's not a complete final amount. There are some lines that were over by a lot. We did have a lot of additional expenses this year between the chemical use, the additional testing that's required during the whole summertime salt run have. So we have there are some lines that exceeded by a good amount. But we're hoping that overall, when we shuffle money around, that still be like underneath, and we did release that contingency funding source.
Yeah. Old business? Want to go to the engineering update?
Sure. Erin, would you like to begin on the, I guess, the filter project?
So the biggest issue of the filter project is the financing. And so you've gotten some reminder emails out from me today. I'm just going to pull that email up just to review quickly some of the things that we're looking for to be able to wrap this up. The funding agency had reminded us that it's that we can request a later date, but the date they had initially indicated they thought we would have all the documents in was Wednesday, so this coming Wednesday. And there's not that much, so we just need some assistance tracking it down to identify sort of where that is. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull that up. I had it up. So most of it is items that are like an updated budget form. So we've got the budget form. We originally had done that. And then the updated, sorry, I'm flipping through these. Okay. So we're working on the AE certification. Dylan originally signed it. We thought Chris had to sign it. And now they're saying we need both a representative from the town and the city to sign it, matching the signatures on our engineering contract. So I had sent an email out to the board with who we're looking for from that. So I'm not sure on behalf of the city. I think it was Joe Vita who shepherded our contract originally to signatures. I'm not sure if he is in or out, but we might need some help just getting that signature on the AE certification.
Yeah, that's fine. That's the one the mayor signs. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll take care of it.
Excellent.
I think they need my signature, and I will I'm gonna scan it in an electronic form so that everybody has it and send it so that we all have it. Send it tomorrow. So we know
Great.
what out in the morning.
Yeah, that's perfect. From, on behalf of the city, Chris Shaw had submitted the affidavit of publication for the notice of estoppel. But, and I don't know that, you know, sometimes I forget what's required from a town and a village and a city, but I don't know if there was an affidavit of publication for the resolution from the town as part of originally pursuing this funding. So I'm not sure who the best on behalf of the town is to check on that, but I did not see that in my emails that that had been returned to the drinking water SRF folks who had requested the information. So we might have to track that down. Who do you think from the town, if there was a notice of estoppel published, would be the best person to check with?
Mary McElhenney and legal, I would guess,
Okay, great.
or Felicia possibly. If it was published, yeah,
Could be the.
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Okay, great. So yeah, and we'll forward this like
Alright.
this
Yeah.
request then.
Send it to me and we'll route it. Right.
Perfect.
Stopple, I'm sorry, but I don't know, stop it. What is that?
It's a legal term for notice, when you give someone a notice to pause, right? Or to cease what they're doing.
No, it's a when you do a resolution to fund this project,
Yep.
usually there's a 30-day period where it's open to public awareness, I guess, and then at the end of that is the estoppel period. And it, you know what, Dylan, why are you what am I doing? Dylan's there.
You're just on a roll, so you just let you go with it.
At least for towns, that's not typically something I run into, so that might be why. So for a resolution for certain things, you could have a permissive referendum, which would be that 30-day period. So basically, you pass a local law, or depending on resolutions, it could be a resolution, and you have to get 10% of the folks that voted in the last gubernatorial election. And if they bring together a petition, they can file it to actually challenge the law. But it's like a set list of which ones would actually qualify as needing that permissive referendum. I don't see why this would. I don't think it would.
When you purchase a piece of property or when you bond for the town. That I know of. I don't think there would be an issue, but anyway.
Yeah, I don't think so either, yeah.
What happens if we don't have this affidavit of publication for a notice of estoppel? What happens if the town just doesn't do that?
What I suspect is that this is the overall list for both the city and the town. Possibly it's not required from the town. It was only required by the city and it was already provided on December 5th. So we're probably fine. I just
bond counsel as well too, so I would imagine that it's coming from her for those reasons.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, if whoever your bond counsel is might be able to help.
No, but the individual that emailed
Okay,
the form in the first place.
she would know
Yeah.
then. Okay, great.
I'll
I
call
don't
one of my
think-
partners that
Right.
does bond work and I'll ask him what he's done in the past, if he has any idea.
I'm pretty sure that we didn't have to do this. It doesn't sound familiar. But I think that Dottie can just check, that Aaron can just check it out and with the person who asked and confirm that the town didn't need to do it. And I'll check at the town. But I'm pretty sure we didn't do this. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, and I just, different municipalities have that requirement or not. And I know there's a difference between town and city. So since the city had one, I'm suspecting that's the municipality that had to publish one and the town didn't need that. So.
Yeah.
They asked for any relevant intermunicipal agreements with respect to the project. They have the formation agreement for the joint board itself. In the past, nothing else has been necessary. So I think that's not applicable. Private use, private operator agreements, that's not applicable. We've already provided them SHPO. We've provided Now, the town provided an updated official statement, but I didn't see an updated official statement from the city. So we might need to just to look at that and confirm if there's any updated official statement. We certainly have what we provided them back in August. I'm not sure that there would be any update really appropriate, and maybe that's just the comment, is that what was provided in August is the most recent data. So we have the updated budget. No one's issued a ban for this, correct? Neither the town nor the city have done a bond to fund this
Nope.
while waiting for the closing of this financing, correct?
Not that I'm aware of.
Perfect. NA on that. We have all our invoices and we've already submitted the WMB utilization. So yeah, I think we're great. I think we're in great shape. So A forms and then a few things on our end to submit. So that's in very good shape. So that's the primary thing with filter as we're getting it wrapped up for submission to Department of Health is just getting the funding. And then those two things again will be running along a very nice joint path. Unfortunately, we did receive again the letter saying this year again they have not given us any grant funding for this project. Given the timeline for this project and when it opens again, as soon as the application opens, I think we submit a third time. When the application was before this fun, critical summer that the plant experienced. And I think that we're going to have now more explanation on why this is such a critical project, because especially of the impact of the HABs. So, but unfortunately, we did receive the denial letter for WIA once again. So that's a bummer. And his explanation was your project was qualified. There just wasn't enough funds for you. So we are working with Dottie to review their any question on that? The WIA funds.
No, I just said maybe third time's a charm. I mean, the money's going to someone, not us. So maybe the third time around, it comes to us and not somebody else. That's all.
First time, the explanation was, listen, for filter under drain and media replacement, it's not that critical. You're doing work that's, not emergency work. And we emphasized how important from a demand perspective, but now that how critical the situation it was with the harmful algal bloom, I'm hoping that gets us to a point where we can score additional points to push this over the edge to funding. We'll request a debrief because if there's any hints or commentary that Department of Health can give us to make, again, the application more compelling, we're going to do it. But they had said, this doesn't rise. This wasn't one of our critical things we were prioritizing for funding. And, this type of activity, we know it must be done, but it's not an emergency. You're not handling emerging contaminants. Maybe now we can say we are certainly handling emerging contaminants. So again, we could be in better condition, but depending on the schedule, I think we are going to have a third shot at this before construction's complete. So that's positive. So we'll try it again. Okay. So Daddy and I are working together to review. There was a liquid oxygen bid that we've received. Two different bidders responded and they both gave extremely convoluted bids that did not follow the appropriate format. So we're spending a little time really understanding what the bids look like and how they compare and who followed the requested terms and conditions and who's insisting on they submit their own. So neither of them are easy, but it's getting the plant on the right track of having a regular liquid oxygen supplier that has publicly provided their annual price and that was, you know, during COVID when the chemical supply prices really increased, that it's really important to just have a reliable number that we know what's happening. So we're working through that. And then I feel like I've reviewed this document many times, but I'm taking one more look at the facilities RFQ that was emailed to me today. Before I close the computer down, I will make sure that I've looked through it one more time, but that I think is ready for publication. And I think that falls into the engineering items. Dottie, is there anything from that perspective I'm not thinking about?
That was it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Aaron.
Okay. New business, reorg,
You want to go back to?
oh, the approval of the minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
You might have more people to get it.
Nope, okay. Yes.
So
they
do I
look
have a
fine.
motion to approve the minutes?
Do.
I think.
Success.
All in favor?
Aye.
401 abstain. Okay. New business.
It's not exactly new business, but I do think the IMA working group is going to bring a proposed IMA later in the year.
Right. Meeting again on. Space. So document, make sure that you have that's the bit of it. I don't know if people get ready for something.
Perfect.
Yeah, and I've got a chunk I'm going through and just tweaking, checking sites and all of that. I'm getting the last couple of sections Thursday, and then hopefully February or March at the latest, we'll be ready to roll with that.
Did you do introductions before I got here?
Did not, people got a little late, but
So, right. So we have our town reorg on Wednesday night, and I have to take my personal supervisor's fire extinguisher and go put out fires elsewhere. And Shantha Thankia, who is joining our town board for the Ward 3, and has a background in civil engineering, and an interest in water and sewer. And I've asked him if he could please clone himself so that we could have 6 more board members with a keen interest in water and sewer. He's going to join this board with Barb, as of the next meeting. So as far as IMA work and things that I did, I'm always available, happy to come to a meeting or report in or sign stuff or whatever's needed,
Are
right?
you helping with the contract? Who's working on the contract? Union negotiations.
Union negotiations, I'm continuing, right? As supervisor, I'm continuing
Oh,
now.
sounds understood.
Yeah, I am not really going it very far away, but Shantha, I'm glad to welcome Shantha.
And I wasn't sure if he's officially allowed to see it, so I was like, sit over there first. I didn't.
Until after
Until after.
Wednesday night, right? Yeah, yeah.
But you really wanted to be here, see what it's like. Find out how to do it.
Welcome. Nice to meet you, Chris.
You met, I don't know if you met Tommy yet. You and Tommy are gonna spend a lot of time together, right?
Yep, nice to meet you.
Hi, I'm Dottie.
Congratulations. On that same note, the city's going through some reorg as well, and we'll have announcements about additional replacements for the city in the coming weeks.
Okay, new business. We're gonna elect a new chairman.
You can, I mean.
Are we gonna stick with our plan of going back and forth with the city and the town?
Always.
So when we looked closely at the bylaws, we found that what's is required by the bylaws, I believe, is that whoever, it doesn't have to switch back and forth, although it's fine to do that. But that whichever, whether if the city holds the chairmanship, then a representative from the town should hold the vice chairmanship or vice versa. So, but, and we agreed that those should be the conduits. The chair and the vice chair should be the conduits of news to the extent we need
Yeah,
it,
we have
as
to
well as, you
be
know,
like the
obviously,
liaison to our.
liaison to the municipality. Yeah.
So shall I nominate Tom to be the chairman of the Joint Water Board?
Oh, man. Would we want to wait for the new members to join before?
I
we make
wondered about that
decision?
too, yeah.
Go on to the next meeting.
Sure.
I think that makes sense, yeah.
I would rather that the new board, and if there's new city representatives too, make that decision. whether that-
Chair, co-chair, and secretary.
Goes.
First.
Okay. So then, all other business,
And I assume you can continue to serve as chair
I
until such time as a new chair is by the bylaws. Until such shoot.
I don't mind.
Thank you.
Although I do want to see Thompson.
Thanks, Ben.
You got it. Absolutely. Okay, motion to adjourn our meeting?
Maybe before, does it make sense just to make a motion to appoint as just acting chair for the next 30 days? Because I think the term would technically run out now. So just
Yeah.
out of an abundance of caution.
I'm making a
I would
motion.
say a motion for all the current officers to stay.
Yes.
For 30 days. So moved.
All in favor?
All right,
Okay,
catch for one more month.
motion to adjourn.
You want to?
I'll make it.
Very end.
All in favor?
All right.
Aye.
All of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stay
Thanks.
warm.
Oh, you
Thank
too.
you too.
First snow day for school.
See you all soon. Take care. Bye.
And happy new year.